Go away.
Time to
I'm
hustle and get it done.
recording. We are live. All right, I know.
Pump it up, pump it up.
Here we go. No, we got to do some like hanging tough. Oh.
Oh, Lord, Sherry's gonna kill us.
All right, let me just make sure that we
together.
are in the Big O group, and I'm gonna get out of your group and get into the Big O.
Yeah, you're live in the Big O.
Are we still live in the group?
Yep.
We're the bomb. We're the bomb.com. So, hey, Carmen. Oh, she's got her background going.
What? Oh, I need to make my view different. I can't see everybody. Hey, I love me some Carmen.
I know. She's got that smile that lights up that room.
So I want to personally apologize to everybody on the Zoom and everybody watching live for my appearance. I literally just came in from the gym and you're getting Slaughter at her glorious, normal, everyday life.
That's why I ain't even turned on my camera because, girl, I'm taking out my hair right now. I look crazy.
Oh, I didn't even think to grab my wig. I should have grabbed my wig out from the closet.
I thought about you when I was doing my hair.
To have your camera off.
Yeah, I thought about you when I was doing my hair, and I have that blue wig that's in there. We're gonna have to do this opportunity meeting with some wigs on.
I don't see nothing, but it's no excuse for you to have your camera off. Turn it on. Turn it on.
All right, ladies.
I'm gonna put a scarf on. Hold on.
So we're gonna get started because my hubby is cooking dinner, so I'm excited to eat. This baby needs some food in her belly. But we are here today to do some questions and answers about Pure Romance and kind of talk about the business a little bit and why we are all doing this. I want to thank all the ladies for being on here. And it is not too late to jump on the Zoom link if you want to catch us live in the action and ask real-time questions. But Tandy and I, we put some feelers out and asked our groups, our clients, our colleagues, all kinds of questions, like throw us all the questions so that we have some really good information to pass along to all of you that are interested in the business. So Tandy, do you want to introduce yourself and then I'll introduce myself really quick and we'll go from there?
Absolutely. So for the ladies that don't know me, my name is Tandy Collier and I live in Canton, Mississippi. I am a mom, a wife. I have 2 stepdaughters and 3 grandchildren. I've been in this business for 7 years next month. Woo woo! Lucky number 7. I started this business. I know, right? I started this business for a little extra money and I was tired of robbing Peter to pay Paul. And I was like, hey, my friends and family are already buying. So I got into it for a little extra money because, kids are expensive. And my son needed taekwondo, baseball, all the other stuff. And, mama needed a new pair of shoes, let's just say, okay? So I jumped into the business. 1 year later, I walked away from 21 years of banking because I was like doubling my salary doing this part-time. And I loved the fact that I went back to school, got my degree, and my husband said, what you gonna do with it? I said, I'm selling lubrication. So I enjoy making women laugh and I enjoy, enhancing their lives and making them feel beautiful and helping save marriages. If you ask my son what I do, think about it. My son is fixing to be 15 years old. He said, my mom saves marriages. So I love what I do. Jess?
So for those that don't know me, my name is Jessica Slaughter. I'm in Louisiana, Central Louisiana. I have been in business collectively 9.5 years. It is the longest job I have ever had. And you don't keep a job that long unless you absolutely love it and have a passion for it. So I actually started out 9.5 years ago, kind of like Tandy, wanting a little extra money because I'm a shopaholic, not in recovery, do not need help. And mama loves shoes. And then it turned into clothes, and then it turned into not so much handbags. I mean, I got a small collection of handbags because, you got to have one of at least every brand in every color. So, from there, it turned into about 3 or 4 years into the business, my husband actually lost his job. And I ended up becoming the breadwinner for a good 6.5 years. And I can honestly say, without Pure Romance, we would have probably lost a lot. We could have possibly lost our home, all of the things. Since him going back to school, getting his education, and now is now in working, now is back to work. We are now able to put money back, pay off the debts that we collected during that 6.5 years. I bought my dream truck last year, which was amazing. So I absolutely love this business, and it's become not just a job for me, it's actually a joy. You'll hear a lot of us long-termers say that it is a joy because we get to educate women. Tandy and I are in the South. Most of you might actually be in the South, and we don't get proper sex education in the South. You get abstinence, and you don't have sex until you're married. And we get all kinds of crazy things. My mother was German. She was also an alcoholic. So there was all kinds of things that came out of her mouth that was not appropriate for a 6-7-year-old to hear. And it was a scare tactic, and it kind of worked. But then real life and real world happens, and I was like, whoa. And for me, I had never been to a Pure Romance party before joining. Never seen it. Knew about some of the products because of your everyday sticky floor sex shops. But other than that, I didn't know. I had no information, no knowledge. And my husband literally looked at me and said, "You want to do what? You want to sell, huh? You don't even use what we have in the closet." 9.5 years later, the game has changed. So that's a little bit about me. Tandy, can I ask you a question?
Sure.
Of all of the businesses out there that you could start up, all of the home-based businesses, why Pure Romance?
Well, I'm going to be honest with you. I did do a lot of other businesses, Advocare, jewelry companies, makeup companies, all the other stuff. Number one, I love the way the company is structured. I love the sisterhood of it. I love the training. I love just everything. But sex sells, and, think about what happened during COVID. All right. Think about all the different things that happened in the COVID. We were essential businesses. Okay. So literally, there were so many COVID babies being born, but not just sex. People were stressed out, anxieties, depression, and what helps with depression? Orgasms. So, but we have things like essential oils and all kinds of different things. We were teaching women self-care, and that sexual health is not a dirty word. And I love that. I love, especially like in the South or wherever, and how you grew up and stuff. It's a frame of mind. And I say happy wife, happy life. Okay. So if you're happy financially, if you're happy, because we have great comp plans, we have great all kinds of stuff, but if you're happy financially, you're happy, mentally, emotionally, sexually, everything. There's not very many Pure Romance consultants that both I did.
This is very true. It's very common. It's actually research proven that a lot of marriages fail for one of two reasons, really: lack of communication and money, and sex. So yeah, really three. So sex, communication, and lack of money are the three top reasons why people divorce in the United States. And we solve all of those things. So I love that about what we do. And you are right. So the sex industry as a whole, and I'm talking everything from being a Pure Romance consultant to the XXX stuff that you see, the naughty stuff, behind the black curtain. it's a multi-billion-dollar industry. And we don't have to take our clothes off. And we get
Exactly.
to make people laugh, and we can help people. How many times have you had a couple come back and say, thank you for saving my marriage, or thank you for giving me the permission to go home and tell my husband, I don't like this, I like this. Let's try this tonight, you know? So
I'm
I
glad
love
you said that, because that was, 3 months into my business. I got into it for money, but 3 months into my business, I met somebody and she called me just by listening to her and really talking to her and being like empathy and just listening, because we're cheaper than a gynecologist and cheaper than a therapist. Okay, just saying. But she called us,
And I'm a
or she
counselor.
called me and she said, thank you for saving my marriage.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I did what? How did I do that?
had-
Just by having that open communication for her to somebody to talk to other than family that's going to be judgmental or whatever. I mean, our slogans, everything, it's we empower women, we educate women, and we entertain women. We make you laugh. And that's what I love about it.
Yeah, I absolutely love that too. And I had a similar "you saved my marriage" story a couple of times in my 9.5 years. But one of my love stories one of my testimonies, I had a couple that was struggling with conceiving. And it became ritual and business, and it was not fun anymore. And she hosted a party with me. And of course, she had a great party, so she got a lot of freebies and discounts. And so she had this massive little toolbox that she created with some help and suggestions for me. And 6 weeks later, she came back and said, I don't know if it was you or if it was what I bought, but I'm finally pregnant. And I was like, oh my God, I'm so happy, because I allowed them to have fun again. It doesn't have to be work. So we all know the moment you stop trying, you end up pregnant. So, and that's basically what it was for them. And that was probably 7-8 years ago. So that still sits with me to this day. When that conversation happened. So yeah, absolutely. The changing lives, we really do that.
So, Jessica, I got a question for you. What age limit, or is there an age limit that your party guests, or, what do you usually see or something, or what's your favorite age group to have a party with?
Oh my gosh. So we do require 18 and older, because by federal law, it has to be 18 and older to be involved with a Pure Romance party. I really don't have a favorite age group or population, because I love all age groups and populations. But I want to say probably one of my most fun groups was a group of older women. They were in their latter 40s. I think the oldest one it was her birthday. She was turning 62 or 63 that year. The birthday girl had never, ever, ever had a sex toy. She didn't that's not what we do, blah, 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 all the things. And so by going in there, and I went into the party knowing this information from the lady who actually booked it with me. And we had the best time, and they have been customers ever since. As a matter of fact, one of the girls actually had joined my team at one point, and her daughter joined underneath me at one point. So it was a really great group of women, and even their story sticks with me, and I tell their testimony all the time, because yeah, we do sell those things, but it's not just that. Like, if you're not using, I had a client tell me in confidence in the shopping room that she had never used a toy before because she was traumatized sexually. And she was worried about that. And so I said, don't use it for that. You have a great back massager, like legit back massager. And she purchased the wand and used it as a back massager. So, I mean, doesn't have to be just for sex, which is what I love.
Yeah, I love all age groups and things, but I see it, ages 40 on up, literally they have their notebooks and they're taking notes. They're like, and where do you put that? Or, and then my young girls teach me a thing or two. And I'm like,
Right.
What is that? you know, like all these words, we didn't know what it is. I had to, the Urban Dictionary of sex or something. I'm like, what is that?
Yeah,
So
for sure.
we just enjoy, like when you go to a party, have you ever just introduced yourself as like, now we're family?
Yeah.
Like literally, and they're like, what? So when they come into the ordering room, they're like, now I know what you're talking about. Because I'm like, congratulations, now we're family. I'm part of your family.
Yep. We're BFFs now.
Right.
For as long as,
we're going
and
to
I tell,
learn a lot about each other.
yeah, I tell all my party guests, like, I'm not here for a one night stand. I'm here for a relationship, baby. Like through the thick and the thin, the in, the out, the ups, the downs. Like, I am your girl. If you will allow me, join my VIP group and I will be with you forever, because I don't ever plan on quitting this. I will probably be in the retirement home still selling Pure Romance. Like that's what I'm going to be.
Really?
Like those rocking
Really?
chairs with the remote control.
1,000%. I'm going to educate, because believe it or not, some of the highest STD rates in the country are at nursing homes and retirement homes. So yes,
Yep.
I would be the
wow.
person giving the information. Oh yeah. Yeah. So how many hours a week do you typically work, Tandy?
You really want to know that? Okay.
And I'm going to answer that question myself.
Okay. So I work, I do about 2 to 3 parties a week. And so on a good week, I do it because I do in-home parties and I do some virtual parties and I do social selling, like birthday bags and things like that. So on average, at a party, it'd be about 4 hours. That'll be about 12 hours. And then I'll work maybe 15 hours, 15 hours a week. And then add that 12 for like actual party hours. And then the rest of it, I am a stay-at-home mom and wife. So, I love girls on the team and everything. And, but I have time for me. So I remember being that mom and I was working at the bank. I was going to school at night. And I mean, I was constantly working and I didn't want my son to grow up go another room. Mama's too tired. I don't have time for this. I don't want to have time for that. I did not want my son growing up that way. And so I just decided to do life a little differently.
Yeah. So I'm about the same. I think we all start in this business looking for kind of like a hobby, something to do, maybe a little extra cash here and there. But when you develop and you work it, I literally probably touch my business at least 30 minutes to an hour a day. Sometimes less, sometimes more. It just depends on my schedule. Now I would like to volunteer that I do work a full-time day job. I'm a counselor by day. And I do this as well full time. And when I say full time, it's really part-time hours. And that's factoring travel time for getting to and from parties. Now, if I have a long distance party, of course, my work week is a little bit longer, but I'm making money and the travel expenses are a tax write-off. So I'm okay with traveling for a party. So yeah, I typically work on average between 15 and 20, I would say 10 to 15 and that's if I have a long distance party, I'm pushing 20 hours of time. And it's literally on my phone, on the laptop, things I'm already doing. I fit it into my day job because I do have a lot of flexibility at my day job. So we don't have restrictions on the computers. If they knew what I was doing at corporate, they probably would put restrictions on it, but I don't have restrictions right now. So I use my office daytime. This is my home, right, that I'm in now. Normally when I'm on these, because my internet connection is better at my day job, I'm at the office and it's a different background. But I fit that in. How many of us take the phone to the bathroom?
Hey, the first year that I was in banking, literally my lunch breaks or my bathroom breaks, I was in the bathroom with my phone sending out messages.
Literally on the phone. Your pee break takes an extra 5 minutes because you're messaging somebody back. So you fit it in literally wherever you want. But the key is don't ever put it down. Like, fall in love with it. You have to work. You have to work to make the money that you want to make. But that's the beauty of this business. You make as much as you want.
It is awesome.
Question. I have a question.
Yeah.
So, how do I make money doing peer romance?
How do you make money doing peer romance? There's different ways you can do social selling. So if you have a great social media presence, like if you're on Insta, if you're on Snapchat, if you're on Facebook, if you're on TikTok, if you're on all these different platforms and you have a crap ton of followers, you can link with your sponsor will train you on how to properly link your business website and all of the things to your posts so that you can get traction that way and traffic that way. The bulk is party going, whether it's virtual or in home. As Tandy and we are both in-home bread and butter. That's our bread and butter. We love being in front of people. We love interacting with people. So we do a lot of in-home parties. That's kind of our niche, but we sprinkle in the virtual setting. But we have women on our team that are phenomenal on the virtual world, like amazing trainings that they have done for us. It's literally, you watch it and you implement, it's copy paste. It's so simple. Talking to people on a regular basis. If you're going to the nail shop, you're tuning into some conversations at the petty station. Find a way to slip it in there and be like, hey, I heard you're having a girls' night. Here's my business card, contact me if you want to add a little spice to that girls' night. If you hear a bride talking about, her wedding is this weekend and she's so excited, or next weekend and she's so excited and, blah, blah, blah. Or she just came back from her honeymoon, slip her your business card, leaving your business card in different areas at the nail salon, the hair salon, your
lead boxes at the liquor store.
Yeah, right. If you belong to a gym, any of these little Herbalife tea stores that are popping up,
loaded tea things, everything.
All of them have a bulletin board. Tack your business card up there, right? Tack a party brochure up there with your contact.
Where you go get your coffee.
Yes.
So these are amazing places. And also, I've been known to stalk people in Hobby Lobby and at Michael's over in the wedding department. And I'm like, I just slip my card in. I'm like, girl, I need to hook you up and spoil you for a special night,
Yeah, for sure. And, coming on as a pure romance consultant, you have a phenomenal way of making money, like right off the bat. Like if you do a party and you bulk order, you're making 30 to 40% off of that by being a new consultant. And that is the highest starting commission rate across any MLM without having to build a team. And if you grow a team, you get income based off of them. And then you get free product from corporate that you can turn around and either gift away or to a hostess or sell as 100% profit. I mean, turn around and sell a toy at 100% profit. Hell yeah. Free money essentially. So all kinds of different ways to make money by being a pure romance consultant.
So you brought up a really good point. I have a question. And so Jessica, do you have to build a team?
You don't have to with our new comp plan that's coming up, but it's encouraged because you want that extra income coming in. And based off of how your team is working, you're going to get bonuses, free product, and things of that nature from them. So not necessarily a requirement, but it is encouraged that you do that so that you are maximizing all of the possible profits, all the possible bonuses, all the possibilities at free product, all of the things by growing a team.
Well, it's also you're leaving money on the table, but I don't think about it as building a team or sponsoring. I think about I'm sharing the opportunity to help somebody change their life and their bank account and change somebody else's life. I mean, I look at it that way is, gifting the gift is, just helping. I mean, if it wasn't offered to me, I wouldn't have been in this business. So, I mean, literally, I kept the same consultant from 2002 to 2015, and apparently the timing was right. And, Sherry said something, we talked, and the rest is history. I mean, and I've been able like Carmen. I would have never met Carmen. And so, you know, I met her at a party. And I mean, so many girls that are on the team, I would have never had met them. And they would have never been able to change other people's lives in the bank account if we didn't offer that opportunity.
Yeah, and something, so I just got back from a trip, all expenses paid trip by Pure Romance, the President's Club trip. And we were talking about that. And I love that we're bringing this up, because something that makes total sense, and I didn't even think about it this way, with the way everything is going right now and the economy is going right now, most people, like what pandemic taught us is we want to be home with our families more often. We want to spend more time with our children. The 9-to-5 paycheck to paycheck life is so stressful. And so a lot of people, when they ended up unfortunately losing their jobs, they needed residual income. They needed income, period. So they did things like the makeup thing, the weight loss thing, the Pure Romance thing was where it is at, I'm telling you. So we absolutely, a lot of women jumped, I don't want to say bandwagon, because it's not a bandwagon, it's a family. And we teach you and we train you and we mentor you to be as successful as you want to be. But what I learned at the President's Club trip is not everybody wants to make $1 million. Is that possible? Hell yeah. Right. If you work your ass off, there's women in the company that do that and have done it in under 10 years, which is phenomenal. But not every woman wants to make that. Right now, women want to be able to put gas in their car to take their kids to ball practice. Hell, put gas in the car to buy groceries, and then be able to buy groceries and not have to stress about robbing Peter to pay Paul or charging it on the credit card with a 27% interest rate. So just, you know, a little bit, if you are looking for $50 extra, $100 extra, hell, even $500 extra to help you with rent or an extra car payment, groceries. Oh my God, groceries right now. My normal grocery bill went from $150 to $238 the other day. I was like, what the heck? You know, but without my business in Pure Romance, I wouldn't have been able to do that. I really would not have.
And it feels really, really good, because I was a single mom at one time, and to be able to have, you said something, I mean, I bought my dream home. Me and my husband are completely debt free except for our house, and we bought our dream home last year. But it feels so good to have that little extra and not worry, you know, because something's always going to happen, you know, and it comes in threes or something. But, you know, to have a little bit of extra income or something like that. So I'm glad you said, I mean, not everybody's, you know, needs that $1 million, but they just need to get by.
Whether you're looking to make $50 a month to help with the gas bill, or you're looking to make $1,000 a month, and this is profit. This is not selling the product. This is making $50 or making $1,000. It is entirely doable, and even more depending on how hard you work.
I have a question.
Absolutely.
Well, I have another question.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What are some of the perks of being a Pure Romance consultant?
Money, discounts on personal products. Look, I am
tax write-offs.
Tax write-offs. Yeah. The sisterhood, like, okay, I know if you have ever worked with or have had a discussion with any other at-home based company, they're going to tell you the sisterhood is amazing. And it probably is on most accounts for most people. But I will tell you from Team Swag, and I'm going to speak on the Team Swag standpoint, and Sherry can spank me later if she disagrees, which I know she's not. I'll drive to Mississippi for that whipping. We're a family. So when we say the sisterhood, when Tandy and I say the sisterhood is a perk, with Team Swag, it absolutely is a perk. I have made some of the best friends ever in my life, and I'm 39, almost 40 years old, by being on this team. This team. I can't imagine what it would be like if I were on another team, because Sherry opens her arms and like hugs all of us from a distance. Like you can feel the warmth, you can feel the fact that she wants success for all of us, just as much as we want success for ourselves. So for me, the biggest perk is this particular team, this sisterhood that we have, and the training. The training is amazing.
Oops, sorry.
I was like, hey, I hear myself. Wait,
I'm sorry.
happening?
I was looking to see if we had any questions on the
you,
thing
Candy?
too, because I got some girls and stuff that are on there, so I was gonna ask. They're asking them questions. Well, perks also everything that Jessica said, and I mean also earning trips, earning vacations. She just got back from her President's Club. I'm on the board of directors. We're going to Mexico, which was a very expensive trip. And I looked at the buy-in from my husband and I was like, oh no, you're staying at home. But I've been to Camp Cana. I've been to like Vegas, earning these trips, and they spoil you rotten. Things I wouldn't have normally done. Also, I've done parties in Florida. I've done parties in Vegas. I have a girlfriend that I went to high school with. I got to write off some of that trip. And because I was out there for business and I did a party in Vegas for her and her friends. So I was super stoked and excited. All those tax benefits and things. And then all the retreats. I mean, we're going to go back to Team Swag. We have the Rockstar retreat. We got the beach retreats. We go to the mountains. We have so many different training things that we can get together, collaborate with like-minded business owners. And we are business owners. And I love to say, I own my own business. I mean, I love saying that I own my own business because you do your own hours, you make your own schedule, you are a business owner and you keep up with your own stuff. So I love commission. I mean, she talked about commission, 30, 40, and 50% commission and more, and just so much stuff.
Another perk that I gained too is more confidence in myself, in my voice, in my abilities. I always knew I was a hard worker, but this really pushed me. And when I first came in the business, people would say, well, what do you do for a living? And I would say, oh, I'm a counselor. And then I also have a side business. Now I tell people I'm a pure romance consultant. I also am a counselor by day, but my passion is pure romance. Like I'm not shy anymore to tell people. And, you know, I'm in the Bible Belt. Like it's crazy, ridiculous, you know, people hush. And I have spent the last 9.5 years in my community growing and educating these women in this community. And I still haven't reached everyone. That day I'm gladly waiting for. But I have people all the time. I was actually for the first time ever invited to the community Christmas bazaar and to set up a booth for the first time. I was like, oh my God, I'm so honored that this is happening. And it's only because of the work that I have done in the community and letting people know that, again, sex is not a dirty word. And we do more. Sex toys is only 20% of what we do. 80% is bath, beauty, massage, lingerie, essential oils, CBD products, or I say pain relief products, and clothes. So.
Absolutely. I know we got one that is on the Deanna and stuff, which is one of my I absolutely love her. I follow her everywhere and everything. She was wanting to know, what's your favorite product? So I know she talks to me. So Jessica, what's your favorite product?
God, I had someone ask me this too, and it really depends on the category. If I had to pick one out of the whole catalog, I don't think I could. I really don't. If I stay on the mild side, my favorite, that's even hard. Okay. I'm going to say, because I'm going to tell you the products that I, on the mild side, use on a daily basis. Chafe Escape, because again, in the South, in the heat, it is hot, devil's butt crack. Pure 21, I'm on that. Love it. Trying to get back on track. I love all of the supplements that come in that Pure 21 pack. And the Uncovered skincare line. I use that every day. Almost every day. Skincare is still my weakness, but I'm working on it.
But what about the
I
Wild
love
Side,
pretty much
Jessica? What's your
every.
favorite product on the Wild Side?
Oh, you want to go naughty? Um, Probably the go-to is Opening Act, just because of its versatility.
Chafe Escape.
Solo play, couples play. It's so versatile.
I knew you were gonna say the opening act. I love her demo. When she does her demo, I was just like, I'm taking notes.
Yeah, my demo is pretty fabulous. I don't like tooting my horn, but my Opening Act demo is pretty fabulous.
I love Skinny Dip. I love the Chafe Escape because I don't care if you have Diet Dews, Mountain Dews, big gulps like mine, and something. Your boobs are going to stay dry. Okay, so and if your thighs are rubbing together and stuff, it's like the Titanic. They never want to let go. Chafe Escape is where it's at. But I love Chafe Escape, Skinny Dip, the CBD muscle rub. I mean, literally, it is like Lord of the Rings. You know that Gollum or something. My precious. Yeah. That's we actually labeled. My son has a bottle. My husband has a bottle. Everybody in my family has a bottle. They're gonna get it for Christmas. They're gonna get it for everything that they have. I absolutely love it. The Rise and Grind, the essential oils, I use all the time. So I mean, just all the different stuff. You know. As far as wild or something, I'm gonna say lubrication. I'm 45. Okay, I'm just gonna say that.
Sandy.
Okay,
yeah,
because if it's not comfortable, you're not gonna enjoy nothing. And the O, I will never run out of that. So I was like, oh yeah. So
yeah. I forgot about muscle rub. I use that every day on my ankle because I sprained my ankle last October and I haven't gone back to the doctor for follow-up, even though my husband tells me every day I need to do so. I'm stubborn. I can't help it. Sorry. And I'm still nursing an old injury where I literally sprained and tore every ligament in my ankle. The doctor said I should have just broke it. It would have been faster to heal that way because you have a choice. But anyway, muscle rub all the time.
Kiss because I have hot flashes, especially in Body Dew because I live on the water. Like literally, I live on the water and we have a lot of mosquitoes. So
yeah. So literally, I mean, it's really hard to pick one favorite product. And I love that we get to be our own product testers. So when things come out, we're like, yep, using my discount to try that out. Oop, I'm going to try that. Every birthday, every Christmas. And they're only 2 months apart. My husband's like, what do we get next? What piques your interest now? You know, that kind of thing. So that is another perk in and of itself.
All right. So I got a question for you. Can someone who is shy at first with new people sell Pure Romance?
Yes, I was that person.
Yes.
Yes. So I love that. Stand up and holla, right? So what I love about what we do is the training. In high school, my mother told me at the age of 6 years old, I'm going to tell you all the backstory of my sex education. Sex hurts. Sex sucks. Boys only tell you they love you to get sex. If you have sex, you're going to get an STD. And if you get pregnant before you are married, I will drive you to the abortion clinic myself. That was my mother's way of educating me on sex. So when it came time to boys on the radar, 7th, 8th grade, starting to date 9th grade, it was like, you can't even like touch me because I'm going to get something.
If you touch me, I'm going to get pregnant.
Yes, right? So, and now we know, well, some of that can kind of be true in some way. It's not entirely true in real life, in reality, right? So I love that. So I'd never been to a Pure Romance party before. I happened to stumble across an ad from the consultant that was actually leaving our area because I'm in a military community. Her and her husband were getting out of the military. She posted in one of those for sale groups, hey, I'm looking for someone to take over in this area. There's plenty of business to have. I started asking questions. It took me about 4 weeks to come up with the money because we were broke. And, my husband was like, is this going to be when you tried that makeup company and we put all our money into it and you did nothing and we got rid of it all gave it away? I was like, no, if I'm really going to do this, I'm going to do this. And here I am 9.5 years later. And I love that while the training is the training and it pretty much stays the same, there's tweaks on it. There's, hey, we tried this for a little while and it worked. And so you're constantly learning And you can look up stuff on Google to educate yourself on sexual health, or even go to Patty Brisbane Foundation, and get really good content for sexual health and wellness, and educate yourself so that you can in turn tell your party guests, or just even your mom, educating her that way.
So yeah, I had to educate my mom and stuff like that too. So and she's like,
I honestly
what?
I tell people all the time, if my mother was still living, she's been passed away now 11 years, almost 12 years. She was still living, I would have educated her, and she would have been my road dog. She would have came to every single.
At first, when I first got into this, and my mom was like, "So you sell sex toys?" And I'm like, "Yeah," but I'm like, "Ma, it's not just about that." So when I first got my first big package in, and she was over there at my house, she was like, "Oh, I don't want to see that. I don't want to see that." And I'm like, "Wait, it's more stuff. It's not just that." And then when I started like doing my trainings and stuff, and she was around and she started seeing the other different things, she was like, "Oh, wow, I didn't know that." I was like, "See, you have to have an open mind in things. Everything is not sexual."
Yes.
Well, you also have to think
I
about
started giving my dad shave cream and body wash because he's extremely conservative. So it's not just that.
we all start out at the same time. I mean, like, we did our first party, we sold our first product. So what I like to do with my girls, and Carmen can tell you, is like, Carmen has gone with me to a couple of my parties, so she can see, see the flow, see the vibe, hear what I'm saying. She'll watch different videos. I mean, that is the best way, because you're getting that on the job training and then you get to talk, you get to write notes and get to do all that kind of stuff. And it kind of takes the pressure. But I remember I didn't do that in my first party. I just invited some friends and family over, just intimate friends and family. And literally I picked up the bottle and I said, "We're fixing to learn together." And I read off of the bottle. And I'm like, "This is what this does." And I passed it around, and everybody got to touch, taste everything. And I'm like, "What do you think about that?" And then I asked them for their feedback when they purchased some things, because, they feel guilty because they're trying to help you out. And so that's the best way. Okay. So, and then they get to try the product, and then you get their feedback. What did you like about it? And you get to that experience. When we come out with new products, we're brand new consultants all over again. So it's really cool. And you're like, "Hey, try this. We just came out with a watermelon lubrication. You want to try it?" So
what I love too about our business is every month, the first of every month, we all start out at zero.
Yep.
We're all on the same playing field.
Yes.
It doesn't matter what your title is. It doesn't matter how long you've been in business. We all start at zero. And every January 1st, we really all start at zero, because there are no sales for the year. So we all are trying to
no titles, no sales, no nothing. And so we're just like, "Hey, let's do this."
Yeah. And I love too about I'm gonna circle back to a previous question, and it ties into the sisterhood too. And it kind of ties in with the training aspect as well. When you connect specifically with Team Swag, but with other girls too, as you grow within the company and you go to corporate events, you start meeting other girls from across the country, actually from around the world, really. And you start making those personal connections, and you can reach out and you can be a buddy. Like, I don't know how many times Tandy's been in 7+ years. So in the last 7 years, I've reached out to her and said, "Hey, I need a new idea. What are you doing? What is happening?" Or
we just talked about that the other day.
Yeah, literally. I was like, "Tandy, give me some pointers. What are you doing?" And she's like, "Girl, I'm trying to get back on my feet. I've had a lot going on." I said, "I know. I'm so sorry. My prayers are with you, all the things, And so we connect with each other, and we help each other out. And that's what I love. Love, love, love.
And
you're not
each other,
alone.
and you're
That's
like,
the thing. When you're with Team Swag, you're not alone. And that is key. If we feel like we're alone, we quit before we even start. You're not alone.
Right. So I have a question. So is there a time period on training? Like, do I have a certain amount of time to cram all this information in to try to call myself an expert, if you want, so per se?
That's
We're still
time
not
frame is with
experts.
you. Yeah, we're not experts. You're not going to know it all. You might think you can fake it till you make it, baby girl. But we don't know it all. I've been in 9.5 years and I'm still learning things to this day. And there's even times I've been, for the most part, without a few changes, been doing the same party demo for as long as I've been in business. And the sex education and the research and all the things that you pick up along the way from, seeing other people's demos and the training that you get and on the corporate events and all the things, I'll go home and be like, did I see statistic? Is it 82% or 86% of women need to have a clitoral stimulation? Like, wait, I forget. But you know what? You're confident when you said it, so you might as well run with it. Like, we're not perfect. We're not.
It's
we're
true
not
because
perfect.
there's sometimes I'm in the shower and stuff and I just put my phone up, so I'm just listening or something. So I was like, oh, I like how she worded that. And so don't get caught up, and you don't have to be perfect. If you put too much pressure on yourself, it becomes a job and a chore. And you're not going to enjoy your business, and you are going to reflect that to others. Like you like literally, I can't tell you how many times I've knocked over my demo table and just went everywhere. And sometimes I was like, whoops.
My demo
Watch
table
out for these
actually
hips.
broke. My demo table actually broke in that the leg collapsed during a party. Like, and it literally, everything just slid. I was
And
like,
like,
well.
if you start getting hot flashes because something happened, or the crowd is getting rowdy or something, take that kiss spray and it helps cool down those hot flashes.
Yeah.
So,
but literally we and what I love too is a lot of what we do, truth be known, if you go through the training, it's copy and paste. Corporate has team writers to literally write our scripts for us. So if you are new and you don't know what the hell to say or how to say it, you log into the training, you go to how do I introduce my business to the world, and you copy and paste the verbiage. And if you want to tweak it to make it sound like you came up with it, you're more than welcome to do that. And we literally just had a call yesterday. The leadership team on Team Swag had a call yesterday discussing a new training opportunity and the verbiage behind it. So the leadership team is coming up with the verbiage to pass down to the girls that join our team. So we're doing most of the work for you. You just have to copy, paste, and follow up. It's simple.
So quick question, Jessica, how do I get trained?
There's a lot of ways. It literally, the moment you purchase your kit, you get a welcome email from corporate, and probably your sponsor too will reach out and be like, oh my God, welcome to the team, blah, blah, blah. And we have our own onboarding process, and it is changing a little bit because corporate is making some training site changes, but our new training site that just launched last month is beautiful. It is stunning. It is perfection. They literally took consultants, not outside corporate people, had a team of consultants come in and say, what is wrong with our training site? What needs to be fixed? And they restructured it, reorganized it. We got a walkthrough on the President's Club trip. It was beautifully done. And I love it because you can literally start here and you read, and as you scroll, it moves with you. The table of contents moves with you. And if in the training it references, let's say, the allergen sheet, boom, look to the right of your screen. There's a table of contents of all of the resources mentioned in that training. So you can click, it pops up in another tab. You can print it out, send it off, do whatever you got to do. It's all right there. And it is organized, finally organized, where everything is cohesive and it runs together and it is beautifully done right there at your fingertips. So that is literally from jump, purchasing your kit. What's another way, Tandy, you get training?
Well, we have our team trainings. We have our sponsors can, if you are a trainer on Team Swag, then you can help to walk them through step by step, things like that. Shadowing is a great way. Even like when I first got started, it was passion parties, and before it was pure romance. And I watched videos like a mug, like literally, I stayed up until, wee hours of the morning watching videos. I'm like, how can I do this? How can I do that? And we have a pure romance YouTube. We also have a Facebook group for new consultants. We have, all the stuff. So literally, any way that you feel like you can connect. I love videos. I'm going to tell you one thing, and so I'm not going to read every single thing. Like if I look at a book and then stuff, and it's like, I need somebody to. I'm more visual audio. I need to hear that, and I am
I need
hands
a
on.
picture.
I'm hands on. I have to have the computer. I have to have all that stuff. Also, Team Swag. On the first Wednesday of every month, we have our opportunity group. That's the live Q&A that we talk about our business and ask us anything. Let's get nosy. The second week is new consultant training. So people that jumped into the business, they have one-on-one new consultant training from a leader that's on Team Swag that will take you through. Actually, next week I'm doing the new consultant training, so that will take you through step by step and how do you want to work your business. Then on the third Wednesday, we have a live party. We have a virtual party, a party planning recipe. We do all the stuff, and we show you. You are a hostess, okay? Yes, you're a consultant, but you're the hostess, and you invite your customers to that party. We do the demo for you and help you. We try to do some activities that help you book some parties, in-home parties, virtual parties, whatever. And we'll tell you how to literally try to give you that verbiage and how to communicate with your customers so you can follow up with them and get those sales. Because that's the biggest thing is like, I don't know everything. I'm brand new. I don't know everything. How do I do this? Well, if you don't know, sometimes we like try to go the other way. And life happens. We get busy. But if you have somebody that actually doing the demo for you and you just invite your customers, I mean, that's so cool. And then you follow up with them. And then the more times that you do that, you get more comfortable in your own skin. And you're like, oh, okay, I can do it myself. So
I love that. I love that we do that virtual party because you whether you're brand new, you're going to join us tomorrow or tonight, and you join this month, it's the third Wednesday. You come on, and Nicole Waldrop is the leader that's going to be heading it up this month. Next month, it's going to be a completely different leader, and the products are going to change a little bit. So even if you've been in business for 6 months, you can still log into that and get some demo training because every leader does their demo. Yes, we steal and borrow verbiage from each other with our demos, but there's little tweaks that we do different. My customer testimony that I throw in my demo is going to be different from Tandy's or different from Carmen's. So we pull those little bits of information, and all the while all you're doing is getting your friends to show up to that. Leaders are going to tell them to go shop with you, and you're steadily just taking those notes and learning all the things.
It's a party. Your training is a party, and you follow up with the sales. So yeah, like win-win. Then we have the fourth Wednesday of the month. Tabitha, our own Tabitha Mumford, she does new consultant info dump. And I love, look, I've been in 7 years. I love tuning in and listening to all her stuff because it's keeping up with information. And it's sometimes we have to hear it a million times and they're like, oh yeah, okay. So but there's so many different ways to get back to the original. There's so many different ways that you can train and that you can stay connected. So, and stay a student.
Mm-hmm.
So
we're running out of time. We have just a few minutes, probably for maybe 2 more questions. I want to save the big question for last. Do you have it? Are you seeing any in the comments, Tandy? Any other questions?
Let's see. I know the big question that you're probably going to say, so I'm going to wait for that one. Oh, where do you get all your parties?
Oh, okay. So same kind of concept. You can get ideas initially from training. your sponsor, whoever invited you to this Q&A, will be able to give you some pointers as well. But really, we encourage you to start with yourself. Host your own party at your house. If you're comfortable with having people in your home, have a party with yourself in your house. You don't have to leave. You don't have to put shoes on. You do got to put pants on and a shirt. Sorry. You got to dress it, right? Dress for success. But right there, have everybody come over to your house. And we teach it kind of like a launch and an encore style. So maybe your launch party is on a Thursday night, right? Right now it's summertime. So Thursday night parties are all the jam because everybody's going to the lake or barbecues or whatever on the weekend. So you would do your launch party on, let's say, a Thursday night. And then you invite as many people as you can. And the people that are like, oh, I can't come, it's a work night, or oh, I can't come, we have ball practice, or whatever the case may be, you'll say, not a problem. I'm having an encore party Saturday afternoon. So if you can, swing through, check things out. This is my way of practicing, getting my feet wet in my new business. And you get them to come to that. Your mission, yes, you want to make money and have some sales, but your mission is really to get them to book their own party. And it spider webs from there.
The best way to book a party is from parties, because one, you get a hostess, like your best friend, your family member, your hairdresser, anybody. I mean, who do you know? I mean, we actually have a sheet that you jog down like different things and stuff that who do you know that loves like health conscious, just something like that. 40 guests in 4 minutes and everything. But you start with 10, make a list of 10, and then work from there. They invite their friends invite their friends, and then they're excited. They're excited about some of these products. Their budget might not be huge, so they want a party for themselves to get it free. So it trickles from there. So that's how, we do, like Jessica and I, we do a lot of in-home parties, and we sprinkle a little virtual in there and things like that. But we love, like she was talking about, our bread and butter is our in-home parties, because we love that connection, that interaction, that building that relationship, and start by having your own and just trickle from there. And look,
you want to know my favorite game to play?
Huh?
My favorite. You want to know my favorite when I need to fill my calendar booking parties game to play?
What's that?
Go for the no. We teach this actually, because a lot of women that come into the business are terrified of hearing the word no, because we don't like rejection, right? We like reward. We don't like rejection. So there's actually it's a thing where we say, go for the no. You take a sheet of paper. There's actually a printout if you wanted just to print it out, and you 1 through 100, and you ask 100 women 18 and older, and your sponsor would give you the verbiage, but essentially you're asking her to book a party. And usually 1 out of 10 people will say, yes, I will book a party. But this kind of gets your feet wet in hearing the word no. And no does not mean forever. No just means not right now.
Reward yourself.
Reward yourself. Exactly. So when you get that party booking, you pop it in Team Swag. I booked my first party. Oh my God, I'm so excited. And you will see 500 women just, oh my God, how did you do it? That kind of thing. So we support each other in that way. But I love going for the no. The first no was kind of like, oh man, okay, not a problem. I that's what I'm doing. I'm on a mission to get 100 no's, because then I know I have tapped into so many women, and it forces me to communicate and just ask.
Yep. And it is so, yeah, I reward myself whenever I go for the no or something. I reward myself. So massage or whatever,
Right.
bougie like that. But where do you feel like, I had this question that consultants always say, nobody wants to book a party. I can't find anybody. What do you do?
Ask for a referral. Okay, I totally get it, girl. You are so swamped right now. I've been stalking you on Facebook. I know you've got all these things going on right now and you can't have a party, but do you happen to know anybody who has a party? And if she does book a party with me, I'll give you a $50 gift certificate to order off of her party.
Yeah, I get out of my area. So like I party in Alabama, Louisiana, Mississippi, I mean, all over the place. I ask for referrals for everybody and, reward those people too. I'm like, hey, look at this catalog. Is there something for free you want? I need three people to book a party for you to get that for free. So I mean, just some ideas. And your sponsor will give you some ideas. There's some amazing videos. 50 Ways to Book a Party, Leanne Rhodes. I mean, I watch it all the time. I have it like pinned to my phone. And, just getting outside our head and thinking outside the box. Just different things like that. So, all right. Because that's the biggest thing is you're not making money. If you're not booking parties, if you're not sharing these amazing products and everything, and if you're not staying connected, you're not making any money. And you can work as much as you want to or as little as you want to, because the only person that is driving your business is you.
Yeah, and you can literally take a product, let's say Kiss body spray, right? Because that's something that you can take into public, right? And you can share it with your best friend. You go to lunch or a group of girls, or maybe your boot camp group or whatever, you take that product and you share it with them. And they're like, oh, what is this? This smells really good. And you tell them, oh, it's Kiss body spray from Pure Romance. It's really great for hot flashes. It's great for smokers because it kills the odor very nicely. And you can use it as a room freshener or as an actual body mist, which is really great. And I'm actually selling it. And they're gonna be like, what? You're selling Pure Romance? And you can say, yeah, I started it up. I'm new to it, but I'm super excited about it. And hey, if you want a bottle free, my party calendar is open. Can I send you some dates?
Yep. I sell a lot of Muscle Road that way too.
I love it. Is 8:01. We are out of time. So the final question is, how do I get started and how much does it cost, Tandy?
Give me just one second. When you get my charger, my computer was like, ooh, low battery. Okay. So before we do that, actually the whole month of June, I've never seen this. I've been in for 7 years. I have never seen this. For the whole month of June, it is 75% off of the packages. So 75% off. Ladies, like, number one, try it out for 60 days and see if you like it, and jump in, do some research and things like that. And if it doesn't work out, it's a great tax write-off and you get a whole lot of good stuff. So but try it out, give it your all for 60 days and make your money back up. I mean, things like that, and then just be able to enhance other people's lives. But as low as $89, you can jump in. So the next package is, what was it, $279?
Looking it up right now.
$249.
$249. $249, and that gives you over $900.
$1,000. Yeah, that's almost $1,000 worth of product for $249. And the smaller kit, the $89 one, that one is $350, a little over $350 worth of product in that one. So it's still a fantastic kit for $90.
Absolutely. I just went to Costco and spent over $280, and I came back and I was like, what did I buy? So, I mean, you invest in yourself because you believe in yourself. And that's the way I looked at it when I bought my kit, is I invested in myself because I believed in myself and I just wanted a little extra money. And it turned into be something that is just so phenomenal and everything. And just think about all the ladies, not only team members, but all the ladies at parties that we've helped, families, everything, just because I believed in myself. So I look at it, my business like that is, yeah, I love my bank account and I love my flexibility and be able to control my own calendar. But I look at it as it's so much more rewarding.
Yeah. Yeah. And I can't tell you why, because I'm sworn to secrecy. But I will tell you from my President's Club trip and the intel that we got, I say this quite often, but I really truly mean it now. Now is the time to join. We're getting brand new state-of-the-art technology that's coming out. I'm so excited. And I personally am a beta tester. I was asked by corporate to be a tester for this software that's coming out, and it is phenomenal. I'm so excited for it. Something that I've been dying for 9.5 years. We have a new comp plan that's coming out. We have it's now, month of June. Now you need to find that $89, find that $9.95. And I'm going to put it to you this way. If you don't have that money, I totally understand and I appreciate and acknowledge that. But if you had a flat tire, if you walked out of your house tomorrow morning to go to work and you had a flat tire, who would you call to borrow that money from? We call that a business backer. Ask that person, hey, I got a flat tire. I need $89 plus tax, right? And a little bit of shipping. Or if you want the big kit, I need $250 plus tax and shipping to get this tire ordered, right? It's essentially the same thing.
You could also, if you borrowed it from somebody or if they gave you some of the money or anything like that, you could say, hey, you get my discount for a year. Something like that. So
ooh, that's a good one.
And I think that at Jessica, there's payment options when you go to check out. When you put your kit and everything in the thing. Yep. There's payment options in there too.
Yep. So literally, if you wanted to, now it doesn't include the tax and the shipping. Okay. So that's not included in this payment plan, but we now use PayPal Afterpay as a method. And I'm used to the old school PayPal credit where you had a credit check. PayPal Afterpay is not that way. And this says 4 interest-free payments of $62.25, not counting the tax and the shipping. And that's on the $250 kit. So you can buy your starter pack on a payment plan if that is more affordable for you. You can go big with the big starter kit on a payment plan, which is amazing. And trust me, if you're like me, you don't like owing people money. So you're going to get out there and you're going to at least bust your tail to get that paid off. So you don't have that sitting there on your budget book, right? So yes.
So take your favorite product. If I was to do muscle rub, I sell 10 of those muscle rubs and I made my money back. So yeah, I look at it that way. I have that.
You have a banker brain.
I did 21 years. I looked at that money. I was like, okay, 10 bottles of muscle rub. Made my money back.
Yep. Just to add to that, that's actually good. And that's something like the inventory booster.
Absolutely.
Yeah. We're out of time, so I don't want to talk about the inventory booster, but that is an option for you as well. So if you are seriously wanting to start Pure Romance, reach out to the person who invited you to this Q&A or invited you into the Big O group. Chat with her some more, ask any questions. Y'all are more than welcome to message me or Tandy. If you've been in the group for the last 2-3 years that we've had this group open and you forgot who invited you, we can let you know who that is. We are admin of that group, so we can tell you who invited you in. You can ask any questions this is live streamed in the group, so you can go back, rewatch it. You can add additional questions. Tandy and I will monitor the comments on the live stream over the next few days and answer any other pop-up questions that happen. I want to thank you ladies so much for joining Tandy and I. I love doing this stuff with Tandy.
I love it. So me and her were like, girl, we got this.
Yeah. Yeah, we got it. Sherry was like, who wants to do it this month? And Tandy was like, I'll do it. And I was like, I'll do it too.
We love it. And
romance all night long.
All right, ladies, we're going to let you go and everything. So I hope y'all have a fantastic night. If you have any questions, please reach out to us. And I am going to record this and I'll share it if you just personal message me if you want to put it in your VIP as well.
Love you, girls. We'll talk soon. Bye.